Good morning, my woolly friends, and happy day after Christmas. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas and enjoyed time together with family and friends and whatever you did for Christmas. We had what my husband likes to say, a very silent night, because we're doing our Christmas on Saturday with our family. And when you get over 20 people together, it's not a silent night. So we enjoyed our time, watched the obligatory A Christmas Story on Christmas Day, and then Christmas Vacation. Then we had Chinese for dinner that night, and it was very sad because typically the Chinese restaurant that we order from, we call it Fitting Minutes because it's always 15 minutes. Well, I was a little shocked when she said it was 45 minutes to an hour. I'm like, oh, other people had the same idea too. Okay. But we got our Chinese and enjoyed it, and I brought my leftovers for lunch. Wasn't as hungry as I thought it was, but it was good. It was very quiet. Did some stitching. I worked on Bertie's year. I got very ambitious with Bertie's year, so it's exciting. I'm starting to see it all come together. So I hope you had some time over Christmas in between parties and events to stitch a little bit. You probably already have your December kit because life happened and things were busy here at work. So we are just now doing the videos. So if you got started on your block, perfectly fine. I sent y'all an email. If you did not get it, I apologize. But this is December. This is Bertie with her Christmas ornament, and this was a fun block to do. I love doing the pine needles. I know that sounds weird, but midway through about the second little bunch, I said, am I done yet? And it's like, no, you're not done. Bertie has legs. I remembered her legs this time. So, and I actually thought about you guys when I was stitching her feet. I said, Bertie has legs. Everybody will be happy. But this was fun. The snowflakes, those are a challenge. As with the real snowflakes, no two of my snowflakes are the same. So some are big, some are small, some are crossed perfectly, some don't. But you know, that's okay because they're true snowflakes. I pretty much followed the approximate location on the pattern in the book where they put their snowflakes, but you know, we could have put some more here and here, so just sprinkle your snowflakes throughout the block wherever you would want to put them, and that'll be fine because it's your project. If you like a blizzard, you can have lots of snowflakes, but if you don't, you can just have a few, have the obligatory snowflakes. So
did they tell you placement, or did you have to pick the placement?
No, well, I was following
the picture
here in the book.
Oh, very good.
And you know, you don't have the exact location. So this one, did I even do him?
Yeah, he by the ornament in the leaf.
Yeah, he got a little too far down. He needed to be up there some more. But
I like well, the reason why I asked is because I really like the way yours looks. And you know, have you ever tried to map something out and you have no guideline and you're like, where do I start? How big do I make these?
Yeah.
So I like that you have a mixture of small and large, and it's really blended out throughout the picture really nice. So that's what I was asking.
Now
looks
this
good.
one, December, you will do all of your stitching before you trim it down. January is a little bit different, so just be ready for that. Because in January they take the snowflakes up into your border, so you will need to have your border done in order to do that. So we'll talk about that in our next video. So Peter, if you want to show them my wall, like I said, I got ambitious with Bertie and anxious to get her all put together. This is what we've got so far, and we'll add December in here.
How long have you been doing wool, Nancy?
Gosh, well, my first wool project, and this was funny, the staff did the sample of where the cows come home, and they asked me to do one of the blocks, and I said, I've never done wool before. So they said, oh, it's easy, you can do it. So I did one block, and then they had a few blocks that nobody had chosen, so they said, would you do another block? And I went, did I do okay on the first one? And they said, oh, yeah. So that kind of got it started. I'm not sure when we did that. It was shortly after I started working here, so.
So is it 14 years ago?
Oh, I have no clue.
15?
Hey, Deborah. What? Look up when the cows come home, the sample, and see when it went on the floor or when it was made, please.
Now, do you know which blocks you made?
Uh-huh.
Let's go look at them.
Okay. We're going to go on a field trip.
Field trip outside the studio. Exclusive look.
Say hi to Lisa as we go by. Hi, Lisa.
Now, Lisa, dear sweet Lisa, she puts up with me every single day because every time I go by her desk, I have to give her some love to let her know she's loved.
Right.
And when I mean love, we're just talking, basically irritating her.
You're fine. Okay, so this is where the cows come home. And this was my first block. So not too bad. My silo's leaning just a little bit, but that's okay.
This one right here?
Yeah.
With the nice plaid?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, can I just comment?
Uh-huh.
For the first time of doing wool, your blanket stitches look really good.
Yeah.
Because mine never look nice and even like that. So that looks nice.
And then the other one I did was the red barn up there at the top. Looks like my fence sprung a stitch.
Well, it's only been picked down and moved the last 15 years.
I know.
Oh, that's where a horse jumped through.
Oh, yeah, it was your horse, wasn't it?
Or a sheep, or a ram, or a donkey.
With the name Dominic.
Yes.
So if you're looking for another wool project, if you enjoy doing the quilt, this one is kind of the same process. It's got wool, it's got cottons, it has flannels, so it just kind of incorporates all the good stuff, and it comes with a spiral bound book that's got the pattern and everything in it. So lots of fun stuff. So I wonder, I'm gonna walk behind you.
So every employee of Always in Stitches, or someone who has been an employee of Always in Stitches, did a block on this quilt.
Yep.
So it's been hanging in here ever since the inception, pretty much.
Oh, not that long.
No. That's so cool. I love it when we do a quilt all together as a staff.
Yeah.
I remember when we did the Stitch, was it Stitch Pink in 2020?
Yes. Yes.
2022. I love doing that. And that same thing happened to me. I did a block because I was so excited and got it done real quick. And I'm like, well, we have another block. Would you like to do it? And I just started quilting, so I have no idea what I'm doing. Talk about the pressure.
Yeah. Well, this tag says 22. We'll see what Deborah says.
Yeah, I don't think it was 22.
That was only 2 years ago.
No, it's been longer.
It's been a lot longer. So, but that was my introduction into wool. And I was terrified too, like you were. It's like,
Okay, so what you're telling me is you got started in wool because somebody forced you.
pretty much. They didn't force me. I could have said no.
Well,
But-
when you're new at a job and somebody
Yeah.
asks, hey, would you like to? You're not going to say no because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm the new person. Like, I got to do this. Everybody else is doing this.
Right.
It is like legitimate peer pressure.
Yep. Well,
And you feel like everybody's going to secretly judge your work.
well, the block.
And be like, hey, did you see the block that the new girl did?
That's not nice. The block I really wanted to do was this one because I'm the Christmas girl.
Yeah.
But Cindy got to it before me. And I said, well, I want to do it. And she wouldn't give it up. So
I like the wine barrels on the side
I'm
of the
sure they're
barn.
not wine barrels. I'm sure they're water barrels. But okay. Is that an Italian barn?
Yeah. It's a barn in Siena, Italy.
There you go. So, shall we go back to
Yes.
Bertie's?
Yes.
Pass by all of our fun stuff. Oh, come back here.
Okay.
Yes, this is Christmas, but we can still carry wool into January with our snowman.
Oh, look at that
Aren't
little
those
guy.
cute?
I
And
love how
this-
tall his hat is.
This has a tea light in it that you could light up
Oh,
as the
really?
snow. I think this is a cork, like a wine cork in there.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that you just wrap.
I couldn't figure out how it looks so, like, the shape is perfect.
Yeah, it's a wine cork. And then this little guy over here with the cardinal on his head, he was really fun to make.
You know, I don't think they've ever seen our wool department in our wool stitch-alongs, Nancy.
Really?
No, we've never shown the department that I can
Well.
think of. Like, we've always done the blocks and the stitch-alongs and stuff like that. So I don't
Yeah.
think they've gotten to see all the things that they can order
Oh
online.
gosh. These are patterns and kits from Missy Carpenter from when she was here and did our workshops. These are complete kits that you can make those. These are also some more patterns and samples that we have. We finally got a scarf on our snowman.
On that one, on this one?
Yeah. We discovered that he didn't have a scarf one day, but the pattern had a scarf.
I like all the snowman faces.
Yes. Those are fun.
Somewhere we have an ornament that's a snowman, and I think it's like wool that's stacked.
Uh-huh.
January of 16.
Ooh, 16.
Say it on camera when?
Where the Cows Came Home was put up January of 2016.
So that was 8 years ago. So I guess I've been doing wool for 8 years.
Wow.
That's a long time.
Deborah, do you
No
wool?
wonder my hands hurt. Just Deborah. Deborah has wool kits, but
Probably from 16, and I still haven't done them yet.
we're going to get her doing
Deborah's still getting her cross stitch done. Deborah does great cross stitch.
Yes, she does.
I'm going to get to it.
You will.
It's still coming up to $14.99 price.
Oh, I love this.
Down under the sale price on the product page, put $8.99.
Okay, just go in there.
Yeah.
Do that. Okay.
Isn't he cute? Very
favorite.
little sewing. You just stack all the little wool pennies, and then
It's gonna be a long day if I'm doing that.
his little scarf is just extended from the penny.
Okay.
He's got his
so
hat.
another yard
He's
here.
cute.
He's super cute.
And it says, "Do you want to build a snowman?"
This is one of my favorites. I really enjoy this one.
Yeah. And we've got lots of ornaments over here that we have kits for the mittens. We have all kinds of kits and patterns for them. Those are fun and quick to do. These are some of our newer little mittens. And Grandma Ginger had a ball doing these. That's a Christmas cupcake. And then there's some holly. And my favorite, the chickadee.
Oh, he was hiding. I didn't see him.
Yeah. Both of those are from that pattern. And
Oh,
then,
I see it's 6 on the pattern. Is it 6 ornaments?
yeah. 6 ornaments, and these are 2 different patterns.
Oh, 2 different. Okay, I'm following.
Yeah.
2 sets.
2 sets of patterns, and then down there at the bottom there are heart patterns that you could do for Valentine's Day.
So if I get started right now, I could have ornaments for Christmas next year.
Absolutely. Well, one of our employees here, Bonnie, said that she bought these patterns and she makes ornaments for her kids for Christmas. So she is starting now and she'll have her ornaments all done.
Oh,
So she's got 12 ornaments there that she can do. And here's another one. It's a top hat ornament with the little snowman head.
it's a snowman hat sash.
Yeah,
I need something like that for my hat that I got on today.
yeah, you do. Got to get with the season. And then another one that I like is this one. And this can be an ornament or just a little mini mat. And then there's a candle mat pattern in there, which is bigger than the sample there. So we've got all kinds of things. And you could get into Easter and pretty much anything. I mean, look at these. I remember seeing these at market.
Oh, I love these.
Aren't those fun? And there's a
Yeah.
whole basket of them.
Let's bring out the basket. This is another one of those things that's just so adorable to look at.
Yeah, I mean, look at the little chick. Isn't he cute?
It's a chick on an egg. Holding
Rather
an egg.
than in the egg.
A chick on an egg holding the egg.
Yeah, and your favorite,
It's the chick's
bunny.
brother.
Oh, is that it?
Not born yet.
There's a lamb.
Not hatched.
So we have the kits for these, so you could start these now and have them ready for Easter or for spring. We have these bunnies up here that you can do. And if you're fairly new to wool and you don't want to just do something that's all wool, we have these which come pre-printed, like the spool here is printed, and you just add this wool and the flowers. So you would get, it's kind of like a panel that you would just add little pieces of wool to it. So those would be fun to do, and just put them in a basket, put them in a dough bowl, or whatever you have to put them in.
Okay, we got to talk about Larry the Lamb.
Oh, your favorite. You love Larry. Did you do this sample?
I bought it, but because of the sample, but it's one that I haven't done yet. Like, I haven't gotten into wool myself. Because I'm doing spinning and weaving and knitting and crochet, and you know how it goes.
Well,
But I bought him he's going to be my very first wool project when I get to doing.
Okay. And it's going to go quick. He's a pin cushion. He's got, I think he's got walnut, yeah, he's got walnut shells in him. And you can make him to fit your decor at your house. So,
That's awesome.
yeah. So Larry's a favorite.
I don't know.
Larry doesn't want to sit up. Okay.
Now that I have 3 yards,
You can do pillows. This one is a buttermilk basin pattern, and it's got 3 patterns in the pattern. So you can do a banner or do the individual ones. And Lenine did this one, and she made it into a pillow, which I thought that was pretty fun. And then this one's cool. I haven't really looked at the pattern, but it's another pillow, but it's personalized. You can put your name in the jack-o'-lantern's mouth, and it looks like it's been carved into the pumpkin. So I think that's pretty cool. And this is flannel and wool. So flannel and wool go really well together. And mixed media,
I'm okay with it, but
flannel,
spiders are worse.
wovens, cotton, you can use them all. So we have a variety of projects. This is a bigger one. Obviously the quilt was a big one. Ornaments were smaller. We've just got all kinds of stuff in here. So if we haven't, got to show you this. This was a sample that Cappy did. She's not a wool person,
I love this.
but she wanted
It's the
to
brightest
do this.
one in here.
It is. Of course, she used her Tula fabric because she's a Tula fan. And then she told me to find bright colors, so I tried to match the colors within her fabric. And that was her flower. Very simple, very easy to do. Not a lot of extra embroidery stitches, but there are a few. So we have kits available of that. We've got 3 of them here. So you would have to buy the wool applique book to go with that, but it's got some good projects in it. Lots of mats, lots of pillows, other ornaments, little wall hangings. I really like the fall ornaments. I think those are fun.
Oh, those are nice.
Yeah, Dawn did those.
Those are classy.
I
I
actually
think that
think-
wasn't that a class?
I think it was.
Look at the eensy weensy little sunflower seeds.
Yep. So lots of fun things to do. And if you're not finding what you would like, let us know. And I mean, we've got more patterns that we haven't shown you. So we may have the pattern you're looking for, and if not, I'm sure we could probably find it.
6 months or
What's crazy is how many samples we have in such a small square
yeah.
footage here.
Yeah, and the challenge always is when we retire a sample is finding something else to go in its place. That banner is another example of a panel that you just add pieces of wool to and some embroidery. We also have reference embroidery books that have different embroidery stitches in it, so that if there's a stitch on there you don't know how to do, we have a book that will show you how to do it.
It's very beginner friendly,
Yes.
that stitch book.
Yes, well, we've got several. Just depends on where you're at in your embroidery history. I
one
did
that-
learn that there's a chain stitch and there's a lazy daisy stitch, and they're not the same. So I did learn that. So that was interesting.
The compact book was my favorite out of the books that we have. It was
Yeah.
the easiest. It's the meat and potato. Here's the stitch. Okay, here's the next stitch. Here's
Yeah.
the picture. Here's the order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
Put your needle here. Pull out your needle
Yes.
there. So it was just very easy for me to follow, because sometimes it can be very overwhelming to pick. Okay, which stitch? And I think it even has samples like how it looks, and
Yes, it does.
wonderful little book.
Yeah, I really like that book, and we had several of our people who are doing Bertie's Year that did order it.
Let's show them where that book is, just in
Yeah,
case.
just
Give
down
them the
here.
title.
We'll move to the next department, which is hand embroidery.
Love that book. There it is.
Hand embroidery stitches at a glance. This is a great book.
And it's thin, so it can
Yeah.
fit in your purse, your handbag, your project bag. Very portable. It's not heavy at all.
If you're into the crazy quilts, we have a crazy quilt stitches book that gives you all those stitches. And then we have one other one that is more of a comprehensive one. It's called Embroidery and Crazy Quilt Stitch Tool.
Oh, I haven't
And
seen
it's-
that one.
Yeah, it's a flip book and has 180 plus stitches and combinations. Illustrations for left-handed and right-handed
Oh, you don't
stitching.
find that often.
No. And it stands up so you can be stitching and looking directly at what you're doing. So that's a good reference book also. So we also have some hand embroidery, some kits, lots of samples, lots of fun things. This is just a fun place.
It really is. It's a great little department.
Yeah. So come in and visit us, and then across the street here we have Punch Needle, which that has expanded some. Anything like that's fun. It makes my hands happy. Even if it makes my hands hurt sometimes. So just come and visit us. I mean, we talk to you guys all the time on YouTube, but come on in. I know I met some of you and have talked with you, but the other thing we have is wool felt. And wool felt is not the same as the little squares of felt that you would buy. These ornaments here were all made with wool felt, and you really can't tell the difference between that and regular wool. But the wool felt comes in a roll. I think it's a 12-inch long roll. And yeah, it does look like felt, but it doesn't have that weird feeling of the felt. So it's nice and thick, has great color saturation to it. This is one of my favorite colors, the butternut. But we have all kinds of colors here for just about any project you want to do, whether it be the American Homestead Christmas ornaments, or you can use that in place of wool if you're just starting and don't want to invest a lot of money in the wool. But you could use that for your projects. I've always been tempted to do these, but it's like, I have enough. I have enough I'm doing. So, but hey, Peter, you ready to go back to the studio
Yeah.
for a special announcement?
Yeah, let's go back to the studio,
Okay.
and then we have to stop by and see your daughter.
Oh, okay. We might be distracting her though.
I know that's the point.
Oh,
I'm gonna count yours real quick. 1,
Hi, Julie.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
She's counting.
12, 15, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 23. You should have 23.
We must be having a sale.
I think we are. Look at that.
Wow,
fun
Julie, you
fabric.
folded those so nice.
She folded them.
Well, she folded them just like she wanted them.
Exactly. 23. 23. Perfect.
Oh, good.
All right, and they'll scan the jelly roll up front. I've already applied your discounts to all your fabrics, so you are good to go.
Bye, Julie.
Bye.
You know I'll hear about that, right?
Yeah, that's the point.
Thanks. Hi, Virginia.
Hello there, Nancy Go.
How are you?
Nancy Lou. And Peter Joe.
Oh, well, I have been kind of teasing you lately with what we're doing next because we have 1 month left in Bertie, as you can see. by
Yeah,
the
there was a
blank.
hole up there.
I know. But that will be filled and Bertie will be complete. So,
Oh, that's mine.
no, Virginia, that's not yours. I'm sorry. So the next project that we're going to be doing, these are woolly mug mats.
Oh, look
Isn't
at those.
Cute.
Is that for you, Lisa?
You never know, you might get one.
Oh, no. No, she doesn't say that. Not one to put together.
Oh, come on, Lisa. So this, as soon as we finish up Bertie, in February we start with the woolly mug mat. And this, I mean, if you look at Bertie, yes, it took us a year to do this, but that's quite an accomplishment to finish all of that. If you think about the hours that you put in doing all the stitches and then the quilting, and some of you went above and beyond and did some fancy embroidery work on there. So
Wendy's been doing a really good job posting her pictures. I've
Yes.
seen Wendy. I've seen all her blocks. She's shared every single block, so I've seen all of her blocks that she's
Yeah.
done up to date. It's been a lot of fun seeing her progress and
yeah,
seeing her work through the stitch along. So
and that was good. And if you haven't started, because I know some people have not started yet, because whether they're a little nervous about starting something like this, if they're just not sure about it, but that's okay. You will get to it, you will get it done, and you'll have something beautiful. I'm just trying to decide where I'm going to put this in my house because it is not going to be folded up and put in the closet. It's going to have to hang somewhere.
now I'm looking at it, and you have the 6 center blocks sewn together. It looks
I
like
do.
way to go.
I do.
That's, you know what? I've never thought about that, and I'm looking at that, and that totally makes sense. Like, I have a quilt, and you know, I've been working on the blocks. It's like one of those Moda Bake shops, and I mean, I'm like only 4 blocks away from finishing the thing, and the idea is daunting of putting all the blocks together. Why did I just not sew them together as I went like you did? That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, I just got to the point where I said, I'm anxious to get this done. So we're going to start putting it together. As much as I could get all the way together, I got together. I'll go home tonight.
Is that yours, Virginia? That quilt?
That is mine.
That is not Virginia's quilt. Sorry.
It goes with my house.
No, it does not.
It looks like me.
No, it doesn't. I'll go home tonight and sew December on, and then get that row all sewn on. And then I only have one more block to do. And then my outer borders and my quilting. And that's the other thing, is I got to figure out how to quilt it. I've been kind of thinking about it, so I don't know. We'll see. It'll be. It hasn't told me how it wants to be quilted yet, so I'm kind of waiting on that. I've had a couple ideas, those 3 o'clock in the morning ideas, but anyway, back to our woolly mug mats that we're going to be starting in February. The kits will go out approximately the 15th of the month. They'll be ready. This will be a little bit different than Bertie's year because if you're local, you can stop in and pick up your kit. Or if you are not local, we will ship it out to you, but it will be the additional shipping fee. There's a $10 registration fee to get you started, and it is live on the website right now. We have one person signed up already, so get on there and sign up and be ready to make. The mats are going to be about this big, and you can use them for a candle mat, for to set your cup of coffee on, to put your snacks on. I haven't decided what I'll use mine for. They would make a great gift. You'll have 12 of them as you go through the year. And
Deborah says that if you want to make them and you don't know who to give them to, she'll accept them graciously.
I bet she will. Good job, Deborah.
Way to go, way to take one for the team.
But if throughout the year, as you have birthdays in that month, you could make the mat, roll it up, put it in a nice cup, and maybe put some treats in there, and there you go. You've got a birthday present for somebody. So
For Deborah.
or for Deborah. I guess she wants all 12, so she's going to get 12 coffee mugs and 12 treats. The kits are going to be $26.99, and that's without shipping, and it will have all of the wool to do the mat. We are going to use the wool felt on the back, so that brought the price of the kit down a little bit for you. And we figured, it's the back. Not many people are going to see the back, so we just decided to go with the wool felt for there, and it'll be durable, but it will be wool on the front. And we talked about the spiral bound embroidery stitches book. You may want to get that one, because as I have looked, these stitches right here, there's a lot of stitches I have never heard of as I've looked through the patterns. So that would be a good tool to have. Plus, it's great to have in your stash, because look at, that's a little more fancy of a snowflake than what Bertie has, but that's a specific stitch. So we may have talked about it. Other times I'm trying to think of where it was, but I don't know. But that's okay. Again, your kit will be mailed to you if you are not local. So if you are out of state, don't worry about it. Please sign up. We want to continue the journey in wool with you. It's fun. It's exciting. Just wanted to change it up a little bit to do something smaller, because Bertie has really been a bigger project, and that's okay. I sometimes tend to bite off a whole lot more than I can chew. My husband's been on vacation this week and next week, and he's had a lot of comments about my sewing room and everything in it, and it's been interesting because he got banned from my sewing room. So he can no longer come in there. He has to stand at the doorway if he wants to talk to me. So it's really taken over a little bit. But that's okay. That's what keeps us sane. That's what keeps us happy.
That's why it's called a craft room.
That's right. If you don't craft, you don't be here.
If you're not crafting, you're not going to have a mess.
That's right. And, he comes home and he'll sit down, and I'll be sitting there doing cross stitch or wool or something. He goes, "Don't you ever stop?" And I'm like, "No, because if I did, I'd be doing what you're doing, or will be doing in a few minutes. You will be asleep in your chair. And then I'll go to bed and not be able to sleep." So, yes, this is keeping me awake.
It's nice to go to bed tired.
It is. And I can reach a point.
And feeling accomplished, like you accomplished something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you have something that you can share with family and friends, or you can beautify your home with it, or I don't know what I would do if I did not knit, crochet, sew, quilt, wool, cross stitch. I don't know what I'd do.
Isn't it evident when you look at the block that you did that month, and you can remember things that were going on in your life while you were doing that block? Mm-hmm. It's almost like a collection of your memories every month.
Yeah. Now, I mean, up here in April, May, and June, getting the garden in, getting it going, getting it planted, fertilized, watered, and then down here in July and August, September, the harvest, and then putting it to bed. Got a garden theme going here. Can you tell I've been thinking about it?
So it's going to be January, and the seed catalog should be coming in the mail.
No.
And here's the thing: how do you know somebody's a true gardener? You ask them, "Hey, are you excited about the seed catalogs coming?" And they'll be like, "Yeah." And then you know a real gardener from the other gardeners because they'll say, "Well, I'm just going through last year's until the new year comes."
Well, I did clean all mine out. My little basket was just way overflowing. I thought, I probably need to clean that out. Make room for the new ones.
I have a confession of a gardener.
Uh-oh.
Do you know what I've been doing?
What have you been doing? You've been researching something.
Okay, I'll let you know a little secret, folks. Now, you can feel free to do this at home in your gardens, of course. But what I've been doing is I've been consciously tracking the sun from May to about August-ish, September, and then September, October, November. So I found a plot of garden area that's going to become this next year's garden because it has full sun.
Good.
And I've been nourishing it. So I drink coffee, I have eggs for breakfast, and I like bananas. So in that place, I've been putting this whole year's worth of bananas, coffee grinds, and eggshells because you got to have a lot of calcium for tomatoes so they don't get the blossom end rot. So I'm excited about this coming year. I've been working on this for all last year.
Have you seen
Ready.
the posts about making banana water?
No.
Yeah, you soak your banana peels and then you pour that water on your plants, or you can plant the banana peel in with your plant.
Yeah.
So lots of things to do with bananas, but yeah, so as we're...
They're like gold though. The banana peels are gold for the dirt.
They are. So we're coming up on January, which is the beginning of a new year.
What?
2025.
I just got
know.
used to saying and writing 2024.
I know. Got to start working on 2025. But it's always a time to start something new. So,
Did you say I get to start something new?
yeah. What
Oh.
you going to start new, Peter?
I don't know. The options.
They are endless. The Wool Club is a great place to start. If you're a beginner, I'm sure you could do this one. You just have to be familiar with working with wool, at least the blanket stitch. I didn't do a lot of the decorative stitches around because, and here's my thinking. I know some of you have, and they look absolutely beautiful, but with quilting, I don't do a lot of the, what do I want to say? Intense quilting to where like every inch is quilted because I want the piecing to come out. Where here,
Yes.
I want
Paige, can you
the
come
block
up with the cutting table, please? Paige,
to
cutting table.
to pop
Yes.
with these and not have anything to distract it. Which, yeah, you've got your color in the borders, but I don't have the stitching in there. And it's your project. You can do with it what you want to do.
It was different, but it was
This
nice.
is, one option of the finishing. I think they give you two options as far as making it a quilt, or you could have made each into a monthly little hanging. So it's all up to you. I give you the leeway to do what you want to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of good options on quilt,
Yeah.
and just standing here and looking at it, like
I said,
how you can quilt it and where you'd quilt it. And on these, yeah, I agree with you. Like the heavy quilting, I mean, that's good for, quilt fabric, but
Right.
on this, because it's flannel, that stitch is gonna go down in the nap of the brushed cotton, and you'll lose some of that. So, but I think you get an opportunity though when you quilt this to decide what elements you want to pop out when it's quilted, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right now I'm thinking the sashing, will
Here,
be quilted.
show them the sashing here.
I haven't decided if I'm going to quilt the borders, but I will not quilt over the wool.
Yeah, that would be, because then it would destroy all the work
Yeah.
you've done.
So I need to consult with
Consult
few
with
people.
consult with the oracle.
yes, and just see if what I'm thinking is right.
See what your path is going to be for
Yeah.
quilting.
And we'll see if I line things up right to where everything will quilt through properly.
Hey, did you watch that movie Carry On? It was supposed to be like the next Christmas movie, like Die Hard.
No.
It was on Netflix. I was just curious.
Oh, no. We were stuck on Hallmark and the typical Christmas Vacation and A Christmas Story. Things
Did
like
you
that.
watch the one where the guy gets hit by a car and the other guy goes to help him, and they both got bags from Tiffany's?
Missed that one.
You got to watch that one.
Okay.
I'll have to find out what the name of it was and let you know. That was good. Kathy and I watched that one on Christmas.
My husband was trying to figure out who was going to end up with who on a movie we were watching last night.
Now, was it Lifetime or was it Hallmark?
Hallmark.
Okay.
Or no, Great American. It was actually Great American.
Because on Lifetime, they're usually doing away with the other person, so the other person can be with that other person.
Well, the one Santa Tell Me, that was a good movie. I mean, I've seen a lot of the other Christmas movies, but this one was really good. It kept you thinking. I mean, of course, my husband says, well, this is what's going to happen. I'm like, no, that is so far off the plot. It's not even funny. So, but I didn't see the ending coming, so that was...
Oh, so it's a good one, huh?
It was. I kind of
Keeps you
had part
guessing.
of it figured out, but then they threw in a good one at the end, so it was good. So, well, I've kept you long enough today, my woolly friends, so go and stitch some more, do what you're doing, enjoy the rest of your holidays. The new year's coming, full of new opportunities, and we'll see you next year. So have a great day. Happy stitching.